This week's episode of the Qatar and World Cup podcast is sponsored by Did I Smoke Fucking Crack or Something? With news that Matt Hancock, the fucking former health secretary who fucking two-timed his wife and broke his bubble and broke all the rules during COVID, has now been voted the third most fucking popular celebrity in the... Did I smoke fucking crack or something? This could be the whole podcast. This could be the whole... It's just me. Go, but
just staring into the distance.
That fucking pretending to cry fucking can't go a woman properly. You see the way he didn't even grab her arse with any kind of gusto? Fucking dick.
If there was ever a
more
man,
popular than my friend Sean Walsh.
I know. Get the fuck out of it.
Clean off.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're very welcome back to another episode of the Dr. Young's podcast with me, Mickey Bartlett, and him, Connor Keys, aka Dr. and Yums, just in case anybody gets us confused. Yeah. Take it away, Connor.
Well, cock being in his name is quite appropriate, but still, I think it sounds better if it's hand cunt.
I think call him hand cunt, but call him Matt Wanker. It should just be.
I can't believe they talk about Qatar and the whole World Cup and the sports washing.
Right.
This is politician washing. I don't know what you call it. It's fucking unbelievable.
Absolutely.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
It's like if you heard like day 29 in the Big Brother house, Saddam Hussein's complaining there's no porridge, and people at home are like, "Oh my God, Saddam's starving. God love him." Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's it. Yeah. How is it possible
it's
to
like
do that?
If you're watching The Masked Singer and somebody took a head off and it was Bin Laden underneath it. Oh, you sure he beheads other people? That's Jonathan Ross. Is he still on it? I don't know. I cannot believe it.
I'm disgusted in the populace.
Full blown. Like, do you know what? From now on, you're on your own.
Yeah, fuck yous.
We're not doing any more Just Rabbit Nuns. We're not going to complain. We're just going to fucking join the queue to the death camps.
Just going to band over and take it like the good boys we are.
I cannot fucking... And it's... Like... I've got nothing.
That's exactly where I'm at.
I've got fucking nothing. Like...
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like...
Him.
Hancock.
Matt.
Like, the fact that on the... Like, when he's getting
for a wee while, we thought it might have been Nick.
Aye.
But it's not. It's Matt.
The fact that he, publicly stayed on that show, right? And this is... Sorry if you think this is going to start like a Just Rabbit. No, it's not. Mm-hmm. My eyebrows is up. My hands is clear.
That's when you know things are going to get crazy.
It's... The fact that he fucking said on TV, when they were like, "Oh, you broke the law by fucking cheating on your missus," and he went, "It wasn't the law, it was guidance." We were fucking saying that, and everybody told us we were mental.
Yeah. Alt-right fascists.
Alt-right fascists. I guess we're all alt-right fascists now.
Yeah, must be.
You watch I'm a Celebrity, you're goose-stepping your way to a Bush Tucker trial. Fucking idiots.
Even Hitler would have come out all right into the jungle.
I don't know. He didn't do too well in Africa. I saw a great bit of stand-up about who the fuck was it? Dana Gould, an American comedian.
Right.
He says about Hitler, like he was married for one day and he killed himself. Guy was like, the Russians invading all that, all the shit fucking like it happened.
Anything, and 6 years of a war, no
6 years of war, and then he's in a bunker for one day, and Eva Braun's like, "You call this a bunker?" He just shot himself. I
just can't understand. I just don't understand.
I wish I had something funny to say about it, and I wish I hadn't drove the whole way up here listening to Nickelback. That's nothing to do with Matt Hancock at all. I really wanted to punish myself. I can't go now. Bear in mind, I didn't watch that show.
Neither did I.
To be honest with you, I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it since Jordan bit that big fish's eyeball. It peaked then for me.
Dwight York.
That's actually not that bad. It's fine. Yeah. No, because remember there was an episode of I'm a Celebrity where Jordan was covered in cockroaches, and she took her t-shirt off and she was bouncing bugs out of her ditties. And I couldn't see for 3 or 4 days after that. I had to sew it back on. So I've never trusted myself to watch it again.
Right, okay.
I don't understand how eating a couple of fucking kangaroo arses all of a sudden makes people think you're alright. When he was asked about what kind of music he likes, and he was like, "Oh, Ed Sheeran," you go, "That you read that from someone's handed you a leaflet of these are things to say when the public asks you questions."
Yeah,
Who else? I was talking to somebody recently said, do you remember there was an interview with Matt Hancock where he like didn't know where to stand? Do you ever see that one?
No.
There's one where he's being interviewed in some like Vox Pop thing,
Right.
and he doesn't know, but it's being filmed, and he doesn't know. He just doesn't know where to stand.
Fuck. No, the fake crying is the one.
And the fake crying is the one that really got me. Like,
gets me. But Cameron did that. David Cameron did that too. They were like, "What music into?" I like the Smiths and Morrissey, and everybody was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, David Cameron's." It just it's if anybody associates themselves, especially a politician or a Tory politician, associates himself with a band of any kind, the band's gone.
Aye,
It's just all credence is done.
something tells me that David Cameron was telling Porky Pies. Remember? Put his willy in a pig's mouth.
He did.
And that's not a nice thing to call his wife, but she's a Tory too, so fuck her.
There's a rumour it was a lot worse than a pig, but we'll talk about that and just wrap it on. But oh, aye. And
A lamb. A puppy? An ant. That'll be worse if you get your dick in an ant's mouth. Or an uncle.
or no.
I don't know.
Never just providing fucking sound
Hello,
effects
hey.
there. Like a fucking jingle there.
If you could do a few more like ba 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 or something like that. Something to make it sound like I've really crushed that joke when in fact I didn't. I don't know. It's again, I can't be annoyed about it because I didn't watch it.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
But
I didn't watch it because I was annoyed about it. It's the same reason why I haven't watched the World Cup this year. Not that I watched it any other year, but I've purposely not watched any of the World Cup because
of
the food poison.
And your one man strike against.
I also do genuinely think it's fucking wrong that so all those people did build no stadium. I can't be cool with it. Like,
Yeah, so he would. Yeah, just do what the rest of the population did with fucking I'm a Celebrity. Look past it.
just
Who
look past
cares
it.
about genocide?
They've redeemed themselves. £80 a pint. That's great.
If you can find one.
Because I seen John Barnes talking about because I didn't realize he was Muslim.
Barnes, oh, was
He must be, according to the 1 30-second clip I watched on
right.
on the Left Wing Bible on.
I never.
But
looked
he
into
was
his
talking
religion.
about just the kind of the step that it takes for the Qatari government to even allow drinking in the first place.
Yeah, culturally it's a big
Culturally,
step.
it's a big step,
Yeah.
and
I just don't know why it was there in the first place.
money. They've obviously bought it. Like, haven't they?
It's half the size of Munster, apparently.
Guitars?
Qatar is like 15 mile. Like it's only like everything's within 15
Right,
mile. All the
enough,
stadiums.
Didn't take long to get in and out of it. Right enough.
It's tiny. Like I don't know why I had it in my head the same size like Saudi Arabia or something. But no,
Right.
it's not. It's a province basically.
I mean, I was only in the airport, so I don't really know.
Yeah,
There you
there
go.
you are, so, but anyway, Matt, the wank cock.
I don't know. I just can't.
He's going to be prime minister next. What do you see? That'll be the.
Do you think
fucking
we're going to
next-
go the full American way, like
gonna
those
go full
celebrities want to
American
get
way,
voted
those
in?
celebrities thing, yeah. Guarantee, yes, we're going to be next.
When's the next general election?
Sure, fuck knows. They just decide whenever they want.
When was the last general election? 2 years ago. The last general election was whenever.
It was last year. Yeah, we did. We had to have one after COVID. It was one after COVID, wasn't it?
Was there?
There was. I think so.
I can't fucking.
But see, because we have like elections every 3 days. It's hard to keep up with
Aye. I had an
when
election
the
this
general
morning.
election is.
Got an election right now. You're doing that wee powder blue. It's giving me quite the election. I am fully elect.
Is your ballot stubbed?
No, I have a hard on.
But anyway, yeah. So fair play to you all for being good people and
How are we not ratting over that? Like?
promoting I'm a Celebrity and getting Man Hancock.
It's,
married to be-
he admitted it. He just went, "Oh, it was guidance."
Yeah.
Do you know, you go back to all the fucking things that people said, like this, like Stephen Nolan. It is the law.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going, it's actually not the law. It's just guidance. Fuck up, conspiracy theorist. Where'd you read that? The internet. And then just to get his hole. And he didn't get fined.
I didn't get fined.
I get fucking
You
fined.
get fined for going to a hotel,
Go to a hotel on my own,
working,
with 2 bottles of wine.
and a girlfriend.
My girlfriend wasn't there. She wasn't my girlfriend at the time. It's I don't know.
But you do need to run material past somebody, like, and your PA was there, so...
No, it's more a case of it's just like it was. We were fined for breaking guidance.
Yeah.
When we were told we were breaking the law, and the guy who fucking said it was the law admitted it was guidance.
Guidance, yeah. Welcome to
I
our
wonder,
world.
it does feel like being in the Twilight Zone, like. And I wonder how many people have got refunds from.
Quite a few actually.
There's
They've
been
been
loads,
overturned in court, yeah, because it wasn't legislation.
Right.
In that sense.
I never
Although
chased
the
mine up.
Emergency Act, I don't know. We shouldn't even mention it because now we're going to get a wee blue.
probably gonna
We
get-
get a wee
yeah,
blue
be on
warning
YouTube.
on Spotify. Like to say.
Let's talk about other stuff. I had my dog with. I had
You had the child the
I had
weekend, did you?
child. Well, during the week. It was
Right,
Fathers for Justice Day last Wednesday.
nice one. Two years in Batman suits.
Man, never happy when I've got the pooch on me. Like.
What about the dog?
Well done. I'm convinced that he is the reincarnated spirit of somebody.
Right.
Right? So, took him around to see my wee nephew, right? Nephew loves him. Nephew calls him Andy,
Maybe.
right? So, and he gets around the house, and my nephew's like, "Oh, it's Andy, Andy." And he goes, "Andy, come quickly, follow me," right? Because he can't do his wee L's, and it's cute as fuck, right? So the dog, and then the dog's going, "Fuck." I'm gonna have the load of biscuits here. Fuck's sake. So my nephew just fed him about half a packet of Ritz tea biscuits,
Oh,
right?
lovely.
And the dog immediately started farting, and I mean horrendous farts.
Oh
right?
no.
So I had him at my sister's house. Like, right, I'll walk him back to the house. So he's farting the whole way back to the house, and he has this weird thing where if he's on a lead and he meets another dog, he fucking loses his mind.
Right.
So if he's off the lead, he's like, "Oh, what's happening? Fucking, I'm a dog too."
You see loads of them videos online, don't you? Dogs fighting between fences, then they open the fence and they just
The
stop.
dead up man. Swear to God,
And
when
then
he's
he
on a
closes the
lead
fence
for
again,
whatever
he's
reason, he's like, "Ah," right? So he tried to take on like a fucking, I think it might have been a staffy, like it's a big fucking
Fuck.
And he's like, "Arr!" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And as soon as
Half
I
he's
put-
proud, but half he's going, fuck. Man.
as soon as the other dog fucked off, he's like McGregor walking down the street. I could have fucked him up. And I'm going, "No, you couldn't. You wee poof." So then
Ouch.
we put. That's what I said. So then got into the house, right, and he was like, I was kind of fucking huffing with him because he tried to bite two dogs, and I was like, "You're a fucking bad dog. I don't know what your ma's been teaching you, right? Get under my roof. You be a good boy. Who's a good boy, right?" And then I said,
Where does he live normally, but?
Belfast.
Right, okay.
He thinks he's a
I
big
see,
city
he's
dog.
city
like,
dog,
do you know
looking
what I
around
mean? And he's from
Lurgan, like.
fucking Donegal. Like,
That's what I was going to say. He's a
all
culture
like,
fucking
"Well,
moved
how you
out.
getting
Oh.
on there yourself anyway? Woof, woof. Connor Keys, I'm not making this up, right? I lay him down on a wee fucking bath mat on the living room floor, so I'm sitting in the fucking chair watching TV, just watching, and he farted, and then fanned his tail dead slowly in my direction and just stared at me.
That is,
but
if
he
there
was-
was ever an addition you would want to have, it's that, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure you're one of my relatives, because his mouth was going like he was like, "Let on, you
if
haven't
you
done
can,
it."
if you can do a self crop dusting, like if you can just
But it was
move
he
it
blew
all,
right at me, just
waft it on by yourself,
and then like just really slowly, because normally a dog's tail's like, and he was just fucking blew it slowly, and I'm like, "You fucking dirty bastard." So then I should have done this, because normally like you're supposed to train him to sleep in your own bed. So his ma's house, not lit upstairs,
right?
sleeps in his own bed, right?
But you don't have no stairs.
I
yet,
had no
probably
stairs,
confuses
right?
them. Oh, lovely.
So I was fully like, again, I'm not supposed to. If my landlord's watching this, I'm only minding him one night, right?
Yeah.
When I were going up like into the flats, he kept going to like the side of the building where my flat is. Going, "Oh, Ian, all right, no, go upstairs, wait. Oh, all right, gotcha." And I kept making sure. I was always afraid he's going to piss through somebody's door or something. He did that one time in the vet and got his balls cut off. He pissed through the door of the vet. Retaliation, man, for
got his
him.
balls cut off,
I
like, you know what I mean?
pissed through it too.
Fucking,
To be honest with you. So I was like, let's go to bed, and I put his wee mat down on the bedroom floor because on the top floor, if it's windy, the roof fucking shakes.
Right.
And I was like, he's going to lose his mind, so I'll take him. So I like got into bed and I looked around and he's just up, like, "We doing this, I?" And I'm like, "You're fucking married to the kid, you cunt, you fucking you bastard." And me, best night's sleep I've ever had in my life. Like, woke up and he's just like looking at me like, "Your class," I'm like, "No, your class, boy." And then got up in the morning. I was like, "Right, we'll go for a walk." Started pissing down, and I was like, "Right, okay, we'll wait until the rain stops before we go for a walk." And I looked around. He's on the sofa and he's going, because he's fully like, "You're gonna go back to bed. I know it's true." Like, so just get. So I like scooped him up, and he's a decent sized dog. Like. I just like lay him on my belly. I mean, him just lay there. I want to watch Band of Brothers. It was the fucking best day of my life. But then
Now, if you could replace that dog and do all those things, but with a woman, you'd be in your fucking element. You'd be loving it.
Connor Keys. That is
If you
absolutely.
just lift her up and just set her on top of you and watch Band
Aye.
of Brothers.
And if I get bored listener, just throw a ball. You could be a hashtag for that now. Treat women like dogs. She's an outside. That's an outside wife I have. Ash is dead on.
I don't even treat
Well,
them
like, where's the wife? She's up at the back. She's shitting in the room again. She's out there.
treat women like dogs. I wouldn't treat them that well.
Did you take her out for something to eat? No, she's got her bowl there. She's dead on.
She's 100%. Go get me the paper there.
Aye, do you mean? Fuck, it's that fucking cat. And what was funny, I took him to Belfast and walked around Ormo Park, right? We was down through the park. Didn't have a ball for him because it was too wet and he's going to get too dirty. So I was like, right, we'll do a civilized gentleman's walk today, son. That's all right with you, right? And he's used to me throwing a ball and tearing him out. So he would run a wee bit and be all, you throw a ball now? And I'm like, nah, mate, no ball today. He's like, you throw a ball, cunt.
You wouldn't give a bit of fun.
I thought it was very funny, Connor. At the end of the walk, we're about to exit Ormo Park, right? And this girl came walking along with a big, massive golden retriever, right? Now, the golden retriever's on the lead. My dog isn't. He's all, well, what's happening? Hey, what's going on? I'm just going to call down now, see how we look to you, right? And as at the same time, the woman went, sorry about this, she's in heat. My dog gently tried to buck her. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Sandy, you don't have any balls? And he was like, oh, I know, but... like, he did look at me like, I thought... I mean, she said... Smell out there and tell me you wouldn't do the show. Got a finger or something. Sick, da. Do you know what I mean? And he's like, he's 8, so he's on 54. Been a while, like. Just because no, smell that. Tell me you wouldn't do the show.
Let me stick a paw in. Just one.
Just one. The nail's bit, no. I want to show him a lipstick, like. But that's the thing. He's tried to buck dogs several times, and as soon as you catch him, he does it dead sneaky, as if I move slow enough, they can't see me doing this. And you go, Sandy. He's like, I wasn't.
That's basically you.
It is me. It is
like father, like son.
Like, yeah, I have attracted the women with 6 nipples as well. Nothing I love more than a vagina right in the middle of the belly.
That's quite an innie you've got there.
Here with the prostitute got her appendix out, making money on the side. Waterfront Hall sold out. But dead therapeutic.
On a more serious note, why would you walk with your dog off the lead? That is illegal. Park's
empty and he's trained. He's a good dog. The park was empty by and large.
All right. Okay.
It's not illegal to walk your dog off the lead.
It is illegal to walk your dog.
In a park?
Anywhere. Unless
sure?
It's a dog park.
100%.
100%.
I think it is a dog park though because it has wee dog watering bowls. Ormo Park.
Maybe.
You sure? Absolutely. Completely illegal.
Yeah.
So how do you throw a ball for a dog?
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to throw a ball for a dog?
No.
But Matt Hancock can fucking throw a ball down his throat and be forgiven?
Yeah.
The world's fucked up, man.
So
what about frisbees? How do you throw?
I don't know if you'll get away.
Why are you allowed to sell frisbees?
You might get away with it on the likes of beaches and stuff like that, maybe or somewhere. But
there's no beaches in Lurgan.
No.
Fuck the law. Fuck the police. Jog on down now. Come for me again. I ain't going back to jail.
The only reason I know that is because we had to look into because obviously we have Ruby who's a phobia of dogs.
She's afraid of dogs, isn't she?
So if a dog's off the lead, it sends her absolutely fucking mental. So we had to try and figure out because you can't control a dog. A dog is just excited seeing a child.
Aye.
And it's happened to us many a time where she has a complete meltdown, and then the owner comes over and goes, "Oh, but he's a lovely dog." I don't give a fuck. I get the dog out of my face and moved it. I put it on a fucking lead the way it's supposed to be. You fucking. See, this is the reason why the law was made. Mm-hmm. So I always like putting you in your box just after.
Maybe you keep fucking Ruby on a lead then.
I do, but the trust had issues with it. Apparently it's restrictive practices.
I used to throw a ball for Ruby and fucking... I didn't know. That's not fair then. How do you act? Because you can't, especially your dog, like, because my dog, he's a lurcher.
Mm-hmm. Like father, like son.
He's always creeping around corners, man. Oh, God, don't smell out there, tell me. So, like, you need to run him, like. But I mean, first I'll do it where if I see another dog coming or kids, when I always put him back in the lead.
Yeah.
And he is really well trained, really come back. Unless there's a squirrel
again,
involved.
I'm being pedantic with the whole thing. But again, it's just if you were in an empty park, of course you're gonna let the dog off the lead.
Aye.
But again, somebody like me could walk around the corner at any time, and next thing and the dog, it's not the dog's fault. It's just 100%. Excited. But yeah, I think there is an actual law on it because Oma has an actual dog park, so they've set aside a park that is for dogs.
Right.
And because none of the play parks allow dogs in them, you see.
I don't go to play parks, like. Well, I go to I go to Lurgan Park, Ormo Park, a good country,
a good open field.
Aye. You know, on the lands of a manor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, see this one day, Sandy? Everything that I touches, what's up and over here? Just poured it down. Don't go near it. They'll eat you. But everything right in there.
Don't go past the elephant graveyard.
Aye, yeah. What's that? That's a Protestant bit of town. Fuck it. Don't go up there. We're not allowed up there. Even now. Atheists as we may be. Fucking. But over, see, right, put it this way, Sandy. Remember the flat? You're not allowed in there. But
if anybody actually identifies as a human,
I've fucking hoovered 4 times, and the cunt, he sheds like a.
Oh, it would do my fucking nuts.
Swear to God, he sheds like a Will Smith's wife. I could have been way worse. Don't look at me like that, because I could have said something way worse. You know, I could have went down the chemo route. You know, I could have. I could have done it, and I didn't. I just went alopecia.
I was going through the conveyor belt of options.
I just went autoimmune, and I have one of them, so I'm allowed to say it.
Swear to God, I was like, there's so many other options there, but fair
What
play.
else makes you bald apart from
Stop it,
alopecia? The two things I think was alopecia and chemo.
Barbers.
Stress. Just Wayman. Just should have had a ponytail before I met Dawn, fucking bitch.
That's what happens. You take him off the lead.
My dad, whoever you're married to. But I'm very therapeutic. A couple of days, have a wee dog with you. You don't like dogs at all, do you?
Oh, I like them. Yeah. I don't have. I just never have. I've never had one.
Neither.
But I treat the dog the same way I treat other people's kids. Like I would like them for short periods of time.
Yeah.
And then fuck away off back to their house.
It's wild, good looking way. Did I ever tell? I've told you the story before about my mum killing the cat, haven't I?
Oh yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story about what happened to the first cat we ever had? Because I've just found out recently.
Right.
So if you're sitting at home thinking to yourself, why is he like that? Here's why. So when I was about, I want to say 12 or 13, right? My sister got a wee cat called Trixie.
Right. Okay.
Right. So obviously your porn name is your first pet, and your mother's maiden name.
Yeah.
So my fucking porn name is Trixie McYo. Right.
Yo, McYo.
Yeah. So, fucking, we had this wee cat, lovely wee thing, right? Gorgeous wee cat, had a wee freckle on his nose, cute wee fucker, right? Very, very affectionate. Even my ma was like, "Oh, it's not that bad now," but she'd be all. Like my ma would, if a cat walks past my ma with its tail up, my ma will look at its arsehole and go, "Put a plaster over that or something." That's fucking disgusting. And she'll can't stop looking at it. That's rotten, right? So one night, we had the kitten in the house, called down for dinner. The cat was left in my sister's bedroom, went up the stairs. The wee kitten that took a shit in my sister's school skirt. Right? Or so my sister says. But, so...
As opposed, who do you think it could have been your sister?
You never know, man.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean? Ma wasn't a great cook. So, the next day or 2 days after that, we came back from school. Cat was gone. Right? And my ma was like, I don't know what happened to the cat. Now, we were old enough to go, you've done something to the cat. Because it's shit in the skirt, right? You've done something to it. She's like, honest to God, I haven't seen it, I swear on my life. We're like, no, Seppi, fucking, you're telling me cat shits in house, 2 days later, cat no hair, and you had nothing to do with it? So, there was a school behind our house, like a primary school, had all mobiles. Me and my sister were crawling under the mobiles looking for the cat, right? Couldn't find it for fucking ages. Right. Okay? 10 years later, maybe even more, 15 years later.
Cat knocks front door.
Can't stand there in battle of a can. You're never going to believe what we got there. What
a wee stick with a bag in it.
What a fucking adventure I had.
Where do you hear this?
I've been to China. Fuck. Dr. Zeus read a book about me. I was wearing a hat at one point. So, about 15 years later, right, we found out my ma gave the cat away.
Oh, no way.
To a fella she worked with. Right? And we were like, did you not feel bad that we were crawling under those fucking mobiles in the muck covered in rat shit? Trying to find the wee cat. And my ma was like, no, not really, no. Didn't really feel bad.
She's sitting watching in the kitchen laughing.
Connor, 2 weeks ago, we found out my ma didn't give the cat away to somebody that she worked with. My ma and a fella she worked with went round. The fella picked the cat up because ma wouldn't touch it, and they just threw it out the fucking window of a car in an old people's home. They didn't throw it out the window of, like...
but I don't know what I mean, but they just abandoned it?
Just abandoned it. First pet I ever had. And she wonders why I don't get married, because I don't trust the bitches, that's why. Mad cat giving away a fucking bitch.
Imagine the elderly people. It's like, did I have this cat?
Oh, here.
Is it our cat?
There's a cat running about here with a plaster over its asshole. No, that's just the meds. Gladys, don't worry about it. I'm fucking telling you, I've seen it. There's a cat with a plaster in it. It's wearing a hole patch. Not at all. She's fucking up her meds quick. Fucking devastating. That's the type of shit I've had to get used to growing up. Like someday, you know what I mean?
That happened the same as me. My first...
I'm not entirely sure my granny's dead.
My first pet was...
My man just fell out.
Fucked her off at an old people's home.
Just threw her at a cat sanctuary. 1 for 1. Nice to balance it out. 15 years later, Granny turns to the house. Granny.
Plaster over a gooch.
Granny, what about you?
My first pet was my last pet. Back to the same thing of what you call it. My porn star name is Jaws McCants.
Jaws McCants.
We got 2 goldfish, me and the brother.
Uh-huh.
And I called mine Jaws and he called his Flipper. And then my aunt and her friend were babysitting us. Mm-hmm. So for, same as you, for about 10 years, from I was about 6 or 7 onwards, till about 18, 19, before we found out the truth, we were told that Jaws ate Flipper.
Right.
But because we came down next morning and the fish was gone. And we're like, what the fuck? And that's what they told. And then it turns out, again, when we were old enough to find out, that my aunt's friend thought, wonder can you cook it like a fish finger?
You're fucking joking me.
Took the fish out, put it in the frying pan, and obviously dead, and then didn't know what to do. Put it back.
This is who's your man's friend?
My aunt's friend, who was about 17 or 18 at the time. And I...
Tell you what, they don't make E's like they used to.
I thought the same with what were you taking that night? But for years, me and the brother, and I was like, I can't believe.
How stupid is she? She thinks a fish finger was a fish.
It wasn't even that. It was...
Does she think that's the fish fingers swimming about the ocean?
I think that they just...
And Captain Birdseye just catches them by the fistful.
He just catches them, cuts the head off, and just puts it in the pan. So we were led to believe for 10 or so years that one fish ate the other. And I didn't know... Again, we had no way of going on the internet to find out, is that can a goldfish eat another goldfish? So we just believed that for years. And yeah, it turns out they can't, Mike.
See, fucking women again. There's women in this country are bad, evil cunts.
So it turns out they put it back into
Not all of them.
They put it back into the bowl after they fried it. I was like, what do you think was going to happen? They thought maybe it was just because he had no water. I was like, no, I think the hot frying pan might have fucking done it.
Jesus Christ.
So I never had a pet since, so I've been traumatized ever since, yeah.
That's like if you watch like World War II fucking footage and some Japanese guy gets flamed, like, quickly get him a glass of water, quick.
If you're wild thirsty.
Choking to death. God love him. Quick, look at his wee eyes. Get him, quick. That's...
Yeah.
It's insane.
Mental.
Like, do you know what's really weird? So my granddad, real sad story, my mum's dad was adopted. We don't know fucking well, I'm pretty sure we know his full second name, but I'm afraid to say it out loud in case I've wet one of my own cousins.
Okay.
But he had a puppy at one point, and he went to this adopted family, and the dad fucking cut the puppy's head off with a shovel one night because it was barking, right? So my ma would tell us that story, and your wee granddad is the wee puppy. Cut the head off it. And she's fucking plastering assholes and throwing them out windows and chopping other cats' heads off a fucking 98 Renault Clio door. And fuck knows what else.
No,
they keep down some suspicious circumstances, and I'm not entirely sure my ma's not the culprit.
In fairness, now I'm starting to piece this together because we do have an earlier episode called "Absolutely Do Fuck with Cats," where you explain your absolute hatred for cats. And now we're starting to get to the therapy, starting to get deeper.
It probably is.
Getting
it's PTSD. Yeah.
You're like an onion. We're getting through the layers. We're getting.
It's like that time we went to Vietnam. Now I don't like Charlie.
You lying cunt.
No, it's one fella.
That's what you went to school with.
Aye, Charlie Sung Cook. He's a Vietnamese lad, went to our school. Fucking cunt.
Oh, I knew a guy who was from Dungannon, but his parents were from Vietnam. And he just, every time he introduced himself, he'd say his name and he'd go, County Vietnam.
County Vietnam, deadly. Played for the fucking Ho Chi Minh City under 14s. With a Protestant, he could have called himself Agent Orange. It's I don't know. It's very, because to me, there's something about pets that, like, now we had goldfish. We had a couple of goldfish when we were younger.
Right. Did you overfeed them? Most people do.
No, I didn't fucking mind to do it.
I had really overfed mine because I fed it another goldfish.
What? A fish finger sandwich. And so in our house, my dad's very, like, he loves animals. So what usually happens is a pet comes into the house. 2 or 3 weeks later, somebody gets bored of it. My dad's like, fuck's sake. So my dad was always feeding the goldfish, and once a week he'd clean the wee bowl and all that.
Oh, I had
and he'd let them swim about in the bath, and he'd sit and watch them all. He'd look at them, fucking stretching their legs, well, not legs, you know what I mean? Look at them, and he in fairness, he kept them alive for Giggsy and Beckham, I think they were called,
right?
Because we support Liverpool, and he kept them alive for a real long time,
right?
And one of them, I remember, I didn't see it. I remember hearing like oh fuck, don't come in here, don't come in here, and I was like, oh, I must have had a Vindaloo. My dad must have had one of them wraps I got in Doha or something. And he said that he took one of the goldfish out and it was like its belly was swollen. And he was like, what the fuck's that? And he said he poked it and it was like a cyst and the whole fish just exploded. Like just fucking guts all over the bathroom. And he was like, look at me. Look at but he was
Japanese.
Yeah, that's how we're very multicultural in my book. Just fucking karate chop the fucking thing. Said Japanese and I automatically just went into sensei mode. Sorry about that.
Muscle memory easy just comes out.
Nell McStay. So, but that there's a thing. Every time, there was the cat that was with no arsehole that was given away. Then there was the cat that had a perfectly good arsehole, but fucking the head wasn't too strong. Then there was another one that came in. Was that Charlie? There was one. No, I'm trying to think. There was one called Nelly. Right. And I think it got poisoned.
You think?
So it just fucking turned up dead one day.
Right.
And apparently somebody in my man dad's street had put stuff on their plants to stop cats pissing in the plants.
Right.
But the stuff they put in the plants, cats like to eat.
Of course.
So it fucking kills the cats, right? So that one died that way. Then they had another one. And it wasn't my dog's fault. But what happened was we just got the dog neutered. Mm-hmm. I had the gig, so I was like, do you mind looking after the dog just for a couple of hours in the afternoon? Mm-hmm. I'll come back and get him. Dog hits the hoover, right? Mm-hmm. My brother-in-law was hoovering out the car at the front of the house. The dog's going fucking mental in the back room. I thought he needs a pish. I opened the door to let him out. The dog ran around the front to attack the hoover. The cat was in the field across the street, heard the dog and went, fuck, ran for it, ran straight into the path of a Nissan Qashqai. And the dog was like, mate, hey, no, I don't know what happened there. I want to attack the Banshee, Terry Lane there. And then that wee dog there came run out, and then that big fucking dog there ran over the wee dog. And I tried everything I could there. I smelt him, tried to buck him. I don't even know it. Oh, hey. I'm wild sad with that there now. And he was, we were still living in Donegal. I drove back to Donegal. The whole way the dog was like, what? Fucking poor wee dog here. That big fucker there.
Had a plaster on and everything.
Oh, fucking, that was a nightmare, that, hey. And it was real bad. Like I remember at one point being like, is it definitely dead? My brother-in-law was like, look at it. Fucking really. And let me put his tongue back in, see if it restarts it or something.
We get his intestine, just shoves him in. Yeah.
Just twist the head back on.
Doesn't that click?
Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Junior just hoping something might be all right.
Oh,
have you ever
the same with Sammy? Sure, remember when Sammy's guts was all over the road? I was like,
stuff him back up.
Stuck him back.
See, my mum and dad's house though, right? So there's a wee like a wee hawthorn tree at the back, and my dad buried a cat under it, right? With a wee flags over it. And as the cats have been dying, the graves were getting more and more. Like a big traveller grave. Like. It's like a crypt for fucking dead cats. And that's the thing. So after the last one died, my dad said, he's like, no more fucking pets. He's like, my heart can't take it. Yeah. I'm bonding with these wee fuckers.
The pussy shrine is fucking filled there.
God, man. That's what he calls my man. But because you would say in the summertime, my dad would sit out the back drinking beer with a fire going, and the cat would just sit on his knee, and he'd be like, that's me fucking, maybe mate. And
Then he misses him.
Terrible, sad. Like, if only that cash guy had missed him. And it became a whole big family thing where my sister was like, your dog killed my cat. And I was like, no, it fucking didn't.
Yeah. Can't blame a dog for that.
Can't blame the dog for it. Like,
no, the dog
you know
just was
just trying to ride it.
instinct. Yeah, just trying to ride the Hoover.
Why?
He likes Henry.
Still hates Hoovers. Like, but fuck it, I was a bad one. I forgot about that. I was bad. Like,
have you ever driven over a dog or a cat?
driven over a fox one time.
Right.
Samantha fox. No, I did. I had a fox. I remember one time I was coming back from a gig in Derry, and I'm still convinced to this day the fox committed suicide.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Because I was driving remember the wee Ferrari red Hyundai accent?
Yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Vroom.
Yes.
I was driving it back from a gig in Derry, and I got to about like before the turn off the Draperstown, so like Moneymore maybe. I took the back roads, and there was a fox, and I could see it, like way down the end of the road. I could see the fox like looking out. I was like, "Oh, there's a fox," and the fox looked at the car, and it was as if he went, "Fuck it, and just like was fully outstretched, so I was like,
Nice.
you could hear the crunches, like,
oh, aye.
and I remember nervous laughing, then feeling fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And then turning around and being like, I need to make sure it's dead.
Why?
Because I couldn't let it suffer. So if it was still...
What were you going to do?
Run over it again. Just me like that. Fucking wee bastard. Oh, still...
As if it hasn't been fucking hurting enough.
Still fucking go.
Your thoughts of...
Get out there and check and see whether it's still kicking. Fuck me.
Your one side of humanity is to reverse over it again.
Well, I didn't have my gun with me, did I? What am I going to do? Choke it?
Put it in your gun.
You're all right, mate. You're all right. Of course, that's all you can do. Like,
What do you go out and get a fucking do it more fucking gladiator style and get a rock on the head?
where are you going to find a rock and money more? It's all the fields.
Oh, sir.
That's the only thing I think that. No, thankfully it was dead
Okay.
because the lorry had it up trial. Didn't have to do anything about it. I get out of the car with a lorry or something holding a rock. I was all, man, I think we're alright. Took the full force of a Hyundai accent there. Fucking thing's gone. I remember seeing like I ran over a rat one time, and I remember feeling it pop. Ran over a pigeon.
Right.
Laughed my head off, right? Because there was a pigeon down the bottom of our like wee country lane that we lived on, and every day when I was going to work in civil service, I would see it. It looked like it was too fat to fly, right?
Right.
So I'd drive around the corner and see the wee pigeon, and the pigeon would be going, "Oh fuck," and I'd be like walking up. Right, and it would eventually walk up, and then it would step in at the same wee bit, like on you go, right? And every day I would just go, like, and then there was one day it didn't step in, and I remember being in the car and going and saying out loud, "Mate, I have to go to work."
I can't hang about me.
And I thought, it's a pigeon. If I just drive, usually birds they'll just fly away.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I just drive, it'll just fly away. Its instincts will kick in. It'll be all right. So I dropped her into first, and I waited for the girl to drop her knickers. I know I didn't hit it fast. But
you had it furious.
But what was heartbreaking, but I laughed, was that I was like, did I just hit that thing? And I looked at my rearview mirror, and it was just feathers. Like, just, do you know like that bit in Home Alone where he pulls the fan? Felt terrible about that. So put it in reverse just to make sure.
I've been Home Alone too. You got it busted.
Man,
She would have come after
I've never felt. I one time killed a pigeon that flew into my windscreen.
Right.
And I had the dog in the car with me. And the dog was like, "Oh, it's like another fucking dog all over again." I'm getting
PTSD.
I'm getting wild flashbacks now, sir. Christ tonight, what is it about you and killing people? Fuck me, hey. That wee flying dog down there just wanted to say hello to me. Oh, Christ.
I didn't even move.
I think that's why he growls
Blaming himself.
I think that's why he growls at other dogs. Get out of here. He's a madman, hey. I'm trying to help you.
I'm only pretending to rage you.
Go on, run away quick. No, I'll tell him, Daddy, I'll tell him. Run, hey, run. Save yourselves. Too late for me. bastard cut me balls off and everything. Run now.
Think he's bad when he see the mother?
Terrible, man. And, like, we've had so much bad luck with, like, because there is, like, me and my dad used to go shooting, hoping we wouldn't hit stuff. Right? So I've told you about the time my dad, he bought me a BB gun, right? It was like a wee, like, it was the one from Home Alone, but you could cock it like that, like a fucking, sorry, dogs run over there. And my dad was messing about. Now, he was in his fucking 50s, like, and he came into my bedroom and was like, oh, right, I just shot a wee bird on the telephone line. He's like, don't tell your ma. He's like, give me to see. And I went down, there was a wee bird laying, and it was dead. And I was like, did you kill it straight out? Did it die straight out? He was like, no, what? I had to, like, mercy kill it.
You had to do the Robocop.
Right, yeah. He's like, I had to fully fucking, like, and he goes, oh, fuck it. And he goes, I swear to God, I wasn't even aiming. I just went like that. And another bird fell. He was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So he had to shoot that one again, right?
Fucking Hawkeye.
One time he had his shotgun and he shot at a wood pigeon. Like, and he was looking at me like, and the pigeon fell in the next field, and he was like, ah, for fuck's sake. So there was me, him, and my mate the bear. I was about 9. Right? So we're like fucking walking through these fields and trying to find it. You could see feathers about the place, and the wee fucking thing was still flapping about. My mate stood on it, and it went, ah! And my mate went, oh, fuck! And my dad starts laughing. Because he was like, you said bad talk. You said bad talk. I'm going to tell your man you said fuck. I'm going to tell her. And he was like, listen, boys, I'm going to have to put it out of its misery. And Connor, I swear to fuck, he put the gun like that to the pigeon's face, and it looked at me. Like, you're not going to do something.
You're going to do something, big lad.
And say if you shoot a wood pigeon point blank, right? It doesn't explode, but it fucking travels. So there was just like long grass with feathers and smoke. It kind of looked like the pigeon time traveled.
Just looking at you, what year is it?
The pigeon was like, Sarah Connor. It's no luck at all. And the time that our next door neighbour's cat, so my ma, this is back to my ma hates cats, right? Now this is after Trixie, after the cat had its head cut off, right? So we had a couple of years we didn't have cats because there's a wee cat next door that would keep the mice and stuff away, right?
Yes.
And again, I'm convinced this fucking thing had a sense of humour, right?
Okay.
Or just like being chased. Because my ma would come around our house, my dad would always feed her wee bits of chicken and ham and stuff, right? My ma would come home from work, she'd see the cat at the house, and be like, ah, fucking bastard, cat, fucking bastard, right? And she'd try and boot it, and the cat would run away, and then it would come back, right? So
he knew what was going on.
Just
like,
knew what was going on,
to
right?
them, like,
Swear to fuck.
Your dad was feeding, and he
So-
was fucking pissing her off.
There was a day where my ma started, she heard if you put water bottles down on the lawn, cats don't like
That's
it.
right, the reflections.
But I think that's dogs.
It's cats, but it has to be glass bottles.
Well, she didn't know that, right? So it was like fucking Lucozade bottles, Ribena, all sorts of shit, right? And then she bought one of those wee things that gives it the high pitch squeak.
Yes.
Right? That worked for 2 days, and then the cat got used to it. Right? I was fully like, it's doing nothing. And this
Dancing to it and onto the beat.
This is why I'm convinced the cat fucking had a sense of humour as well. Because I came home, I was driving my ma's car one day. I came home, the cat was lying beside the beeping thing, like that, right? Like right beside it. I looked up, saw the car, and went, and then I got out and went, oh, it's him. Swear to God.
Really?
And then when it died, so it was the next door neighbour's cat, my dad found it out the back garden.
Your ma had a party.
And he went over next door and he was like, listen, I went out this morning, wee cat was laying dead our back doorstep. And the fella went, right, I'll call over and get it now because we'll bury it for the kids. And my dad was like, nah. He went, I just fucked it in the bin and they're only after lifting them. Like, my dad just fucked the cat in the bin.
Into the bin?
Into the bin. He fucked another dead cat over a field one time. Not in the marital sense. And whoever owned that cat came looking for it. My dad was like, I just fucking trebucheted that fucker. I just put it on a shovel and just fucking yup the fuck.
At least it was dead.
Aye, well now I know
My
there's
wee
own
brother
cats.
did
He
that
buries his own cats, but with the neighbours, he just fucking
It's fucking
boing. Like,
my wee brother did that to a cat when it was still alive. I'll never forget that. Just like, fucking grabbed it by the tail. I think it was only 4 or 5. He didn't know what to do. Across the garden. I think he got 3 gardens across. He got.
that's not a bad going for a cat. Like.
Uh,
What else have I killed?
The mood.
Never done that now.
Oh no, you haven't had a night where you killed the mood.
No.
No.
My farts are very funny. Couple of Taliban, but that was.
Did you ever have any terrapins? They were a big thing at the time.
No.
Okay.
I've thought about going, but I just don't feel that I should share my secrets with a stranger.
I can see the cogs working in your head there. You tried, like.
No, a mate who had a couple and died.
Same as that.
Died real quickly. They're very hard to keep alive.
From what I remember, yeah. I just remember same thing. A friend had one or two, and I was like, oh, I'd love to have. And then a wee like a enclosure for them, like a wee climbing thing. And I was like, this is so cool.
I think my mate's problem was he spent the whole time trying to teach them karate instead of feeding them.
Yes, and feeding them pizza.
Aye. And a mate at uni had a tarantula, and that was a weird pet to have in the house.
I'd love to have a tarantula.
Weirdly, man, I didn't really like spiders.
Love to have one.
It got me over my fear of spiders, but there was one Christmas where everybody went home. I was still working in Derry, so I was staying up all over Christmas on my own. Mm-hmm. We had no oil, no money, so I had an electric heater that could heat one room. Mm-hmm. So my mate was like, "Can you take a spider into your room with you? Just keep it alive for the next couple of days." And I was like, "Kind of buy, no problem. I'd sleep with a fucking 8-foot, 8-legged fucking donkey in the room. Sure, why wouldn't I?" He's like, "Can you feed it crickets and all?" 100%. I'm starving, like, but I'll go and get fucking crickets for the fucking. But it had like it was just a wee clear box, but it had the top of it was like vents, like a wee mesh sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And I came home one day and the spider was doing chin-ups off its fangs. I was like, "Hey, Rick, any hot noodles left, lad?" So it was like
GA top on.
It was dead cool because there was a point where, like, when he first got it, so he was doing psychology at uni. He was terrified of spiders, and he bought a tarantula because he was like, "I can beat this." Like, he was really into it. So he bought like a big bag of crickets home from furry friends in Derry, and we were like, he was like, "Do you want to watch it, eat a cricket?" And I was like,
I'd love to.
So we threw a cricket in, and the spider, you could see the spider was like,
hold on,
something in here. I was on my own 2 months ago. There's fucking something in here. And I looked around, it was like, fucking yes, lad, right? Just, like, wrapped it up. Fucking put it in the fridge. We'll eat that tomorrow.
Fucking cricket burrito.
That'll do tomorrow. Rather than the newspaper. Fucking who's dead? But chewed the thing to bits, right?
Right.
And we were like, feed it again. Right? But it got to the point where I think it had 2 of them in a row. And then it got to the point where there was 3 crickets in, and the spider was like,
it's done.
Crickets on its back and all. I don't give a fuck. I couldn't look at no one or anything.
I remember feeding a snake. I remember feeding a mouse to a snake. Now, it was fucking...
Aye.
It was gruesome, but...
Fascinating.
Fascinating, like, to watch it, yeah.
Did you see that video recently? Was there an anaconda fucking swallowed a crocodile whole?
I've seen that, aye.
No, there's one from years ago where do you remember there was that viral photo where they couldn't figure out if the crocodile got halfway through eating a snake and died?
Or the snake, that's right.
But there was one I saw recently where they literally cut the snake open.
And the
there was
fell
the
out,
full
crocodile.
What a way to go, like.
Oh, no.
Not a fan of the snakes.
I do like them, I have to say.
No. I remember holding one in Magaluf. Steve was his name. Just because I heard that there. Jesus. There you are. Actually, no, Steve. Sorry, didn't wash my hands.
That was venom all over it.
No, you could, like, get your photo taken with a big fucking python.
Yeah.
And they're sedated, so they don't fucking wrap around you. But it's very strange to feel it the way it moves.
An actual muscle.
Yeah,
it's just like, one big muscle.
Fucking,
yeah.
So there's a photo of me trying to look like I'm not afraid. Like, but I'm really like, get this fucking thing off
It's
it.
a weird sensation, I have to say, of the python ones. I did a big iguana, a massive, like, fucking, like, 4-foot iguana on my fucking body in Jamaica. That was quite weird.
The claws
and all that.
Aye. I'm a fan of that.
Aye, it was good.
I'd love to, like, catch a falcon. Get on there, you.
Oh,
I mean. Oh! What a noise the falcon.
What do you mean, like an iguana? The way she shoots his tongue. So that's why your hand went out there. I'd love to catch a falcon.
Oh, just like what? No, I mean like with a, like
yeah, the big fucking glove. Why?
Stay there, lad.
I'll stick with an owl. An owl would do me for now.
An owl what?
An owl.
Falcon.
An owl.
An falcon. I've only ever seen an owl in the wild once, and it was again down where mum and dad lived. They just sit on top of a fence post, and it was like, like it looked at me the way I was looking at it. Fuck me.
It happened. I've only seen one once, and it happened to me in our old house. I could just hear this noise, and obviously, when you're in the shed of truth, and you hear a noise. You're thinking, what the fuck is that? And so I went to follow this noise, and it was just this white owl in the middle of a tree, pitch black. I had it on my phone, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was just making this high-pitched noise.
Have you ever seen an owl's skull?
No.
Google that.
Right.
It's scary as fuck.
Right.
Like, it's the reason why I think dinosaurs could potentially not be real, and people just found a skeleton and go, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, because imagine if they can turn their head as much as they can.
They can't go full 360, really, can they?
I don't think they go 360, but I think it's like fucking maybe 270. Like, it's pretty close. They can't see behind them, but the rest of it they can. But
480.
Aye.
Full. I don't care how much it costs. I'm looking.
I changed my mind on a complete 180. No, you didn't.
Aye. I don't even.
That's right.
Did I tell you recently about another mixed up sayings that I heard?
What?
Somebody referred to something as an scapegoat. And the same person said on the same day, Jesus, that's all smoke, no mirrors. Getting sayings mixed up is the hardest you'll ever find me laughing, though.
Oh, fuck. Oh, you should come to my house. It is. It's to the point I just stopped now. Anyway,
there's nothing funnier. Like,
oh my God, it's fucking brutal. Some of them. I must write them down.
You play a ball with me and I'll scratch your ears. It's the best one I've ever heard.
Oh, I must do it. I must write them down because Emer gives out some absolute nuggets of wisdom to Mia, where she mixes up sayings together. I'm like, that is not even.
Does Mia know? There's Mia like.
It's like, my ass not what to say it is.
I love it. I fucking love it. I felt stupid last night, Connor, right? I went to see the new Martin McDonagh film, The Banshees of
Inisherin, yeah.
That's the one. Now, it's got 5 stars in The Guardian.
Yes.
It's on 87% Rotten Tomatoes, 75% audience score.
Martin McDonagh.
Martin McDonagh, in Bruges, all his plays, big fan.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that film last night, and I went, I don't get it. I don't know.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
Nothing happens.
Right.
Anyway, thanks for listening.
Don't be telling me that. I have heard great things about it.
It's weird. No, I didn't hate it. I didn't not like it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I fell asleep during Wakanda Forever, but I was on the edge of my seat. But it was like, if you've ever seen Martin McDonagh's plays from years and years ago, it was like they just filmed one of them.
Right, okay.
So I enjoyed it. But there were 6 people in the cinema, and 2 of them left.
Fuck, right.
And I was like, oh, you're going to miss the best bit. And then I was like, fuck, I should have left.
There's nothing worse when it's something you've looked forward to or it's been hyped up. And I had that the last time I had that film was Belfast. The Kenneth Branagh one. Because
I still haven't seen that.
Oh, don't. It's just waste time.
I saw the trailer and immediately went, that's not for me.
It's not for you. No.
It's when anything that is set in Belfast, but everybody's got a fake Belfast accent.
Aye. Even the people who are from the north couldn't do the accent, I think. But Intermission, do you remember it?
No.
Oh, if you get a chance to see it. Colin Farrell.
Oh, wait, I saw it during Titanic. While long.
The Dublin film.
No, I haven't seen it.
Colin Farrell, I think Cillian Murphy's in it as well, maybe.
Oh, wait. No, I'm thinking something else.
Has to be the best opening scene of any movie that's been made. And Colin Farrell's in it. I think if you get a chance, go and even to YouTube and look for opening scene of Intermission. It's fucking... I remember when it first happened, I was like...
Is it a gangster one, is it?
Not really, no. It's no gangster. It's just like the lives of ones living in Dublin. And it's class.
Because Colin Farrell, I think, is a fucking phenomenal actor.
He's unbelievable.
Brendan Gleeson's phenomenal.
Gleeson's unreal.
Pat Short's fucking great in that wee movie as well. Like.
Pat Short's deadly too.
But
did you watch Gleeson in Mr. Mercedes? No.
No.
The TV show? Fucking unreal.
Aye.
Yeah. So I read the books with Stephen King. I think it was like the first time he had done like a detective novel. So there's no like supernatural thing really, and sort of, and the whole way through reading it, you're thinking, oh, this is like a Tom Hanks type person.
Aye.
You know, you're trying no way, read a book, you visualize the person you think will play it. Then they announced Gleeson. I was like, oh no, don't tell me Gleeson's going to put on an American accent, and and he doesn't. He sticks with the Irish accent, but he's just doesn't mention Ireland once, but he's just a grizzled cop.
I've seen him in a few things where he does.
He
does an American accent. He's not bad. Like
he's all right, but
I watched The Guard again recently, and that's
because
is that Martin McDonagh's brother?
Yes.
Yeah. That's one of the funniest and most underrated films in history. Like,
yeah. And I think it's because it touches on such a sensitive subject of race that it didn't get the kudos it should have.
Yeah,
got,
absolutely.
Like,
But even just the fucking, I don't know you buy your cocaine, but it's not the same place I get my cocaine. Or he takes the acid at the start. Oh, your mammy won't be too happy with that. What a lovely fucking day.
I might actually go and watch In Bruges again before I watch.
It's my all-time favourite film.
All-time?
All-time favourite film. The scene...
All-time?
All-time.
Michael.
My all-time favourite film.
It's good.
Ever.
Don't get me wrong.
It's my favourite film of all time. I'll say it again. Of all time.
Of what time?
All the time.
Right.
There isn't... I've never seen a movie where I've laughed harder and like the emotional roller coaster of In Bruges.
It is. It's a
like
cracking film.
When Colin Farrell is about to kill himself and just breaks down crying, and he's been a wee fucking whingy cunt the whole way through it.
It's excellent, but again, it's just not.
Give me a film better than it.
Cool Hand Luke.
Never seen it.
Oh, The Godfather.
Nah, I think In Bruges is better than Godfather.
Goodfellas.
In Bruges is way better than Goodfellas. Casino's better than Goodfellas. Because Ray Liotta's not in it, God rest him. In Bruges... it has to be in the top 10 films of all time. Has to be, man.
Okay, it might have to be, but it's not.
But it is, like...
but it's actually not.
What's your top 10 movies?
I couldn't get...
off
in order?
Off the top of your head. Not in order, just the top of your head.
Well, you've got them ones I mentioned. Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke.
Godfather.
Goodfellas, Godfather.
Goodfellas,
right.
12 Angry Men.
Right.
Casablanca.
Right, nerd.
Casablanca is one of the most quoted fucking films ever made.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck.
That's Gone with the Wind.
What? I know why.
What else is there? Fight Club has to be in there as well. Heat.
Heat? Heat's great.
It's a cracking film.
But In Bruges is better.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not slating.
You got a great eyes.
It's just I don't know
Phenomenal.
if it's been
but
top 10. Like
no, because it.
Citizen Kane, Chinatown. I mean, come on now.
In Bruges, but
no, I know.
No other movie in the world has the line, "You don't know how much shit I've had to take off black midgets, man." It's
very true.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I hate the Canadian. What the fuck? What?
Okay, we'll have to maybe.
It's one of the best films of all time.
Okay.
Do you know the story why it didn't win Oscars?
Why?
Because everybody in it was a bad guy, and the Academy rules were like they can't, because they were such cunts. It was ruled out of Oscar nominations. So I'm told. I don't know if that's true or not. I read it on the internet, so you know. In
Training Day.
That was I. But the Training Day, was it best actor? What did the Oscars? Did he get best? I mean, he's done better work than Training Day, hasn't he?
Oh, don't start me now. I'm going to get flashbacks.
What else was out that year?
A big racist incident I had in London at the time of that.
What did you do?
Me and my wife.
Did you quote the movie?
I started doing King Kong speech in the middle of the foyer of the cinema. No, so I went with my wife and my mother-in-law, God rest her, and we went to see it in Streatham in London. Mm-hmm. And at the time then, and like towards the end of the film, there was these two black couples who were sitting together, and obviously just out in a night out, whatever. And then one of them just got up and started storming up and down the middle of the aisle, like one of these like really well dressed and long, Mac and all that sort of crack, and just like an academic, really, like his head was all, and he's like, it's a fucking disgrace and all that. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So he ranted and raved the whole way about it, up and down, and then took it out to the foyer and started out there. And basically his point was, of all the fucking great stuff Denzel Washington has done, the only time they give him an Oscar is when he plays a cunt.
Aye.
Or plays a criminal.
Yeah.
And he went in through all this and then turned to me, what do you think about that white boy? And I was like, I thought it was a great show. I didn't know what to say. He put me right in the, right in the corner. And I was like, this is so fucking awkward. I just came to watch the film. I'm so sorry. So I can't watch Training Day ever since.
Did you not just go, I'm not white, I'm Irish?
As soon as he heard the accent,
that's what I do.
Honestly, his face softened as soon as he heard my accents. He just moved on to somebody else. It was like almost like, it's all right, mate.
Yeah.
Oppressions, we know the crack.
Because there's, What's the fucking movie with killed your woman Donegal in the car? Sarah Jessica Parker's husband.
Matthew Broderick.
Uh-huh.
What a way to fucking describe something. But anyway,
I forgot his name.
Okay.
But I mean, did it? Never forget.
Yeah. He was back recently or two.
Was he?
You should look in there.
Reversion, was he? Making sure she was... No, I can't. That's a callback to what I did earlier, so that just sounds awful. But there's a scene. There's a scene in the movie. They're in a movie about like the black soldiers in the Civil War.
Glory.
Yeah. And Denzel Washington gets whipped.
Yeah.
And it's fucking... No, did he get nominated for Best Supporting Actor for that movie?
Maybe I think he got nominated for, yeah. But I think the guy's point was fair enough because he was talking about the likes of Philadelphia and all these proper fucking movies and Glory where he was, and they only give it to him. But I was, honestly, for me, I was only 19. Bit of a greenhorn, obviously, in Stratham, and I was like, I never thought about that. It wasn't until I heard it from that side, I was like, fuck, I never thought about that right enough. Of all the fucking cracking shows and the bits of acting he's done.
It's when he reinforces a stereotype?
It's when he reinforces a stereotype and he's a criminal.
But there is that weird thing that, and we've talked about it before, and I'm constantly on the lookout for it to see if it's changed, but there's never been a movie, bar maybe one or two, where a black guy has a love interest who's a white woman. Because there was that weird stereotype of that, because there was the whole fucking black guys with bigger dicks and all that sort of stuff. Hollywood would never. So if you look at like Hitch, where Will Smith is the love interest, Eva Mendes is as close to a white woman as he's ever been with in a movie. You've got Save the Last Dance as one,
maybe, yeah.
And then there might be one more. Was Sandra Bullock in one where she falls in love with a black dude?
I'm trying to think. It must be some.
But I remember it was a weird thing. Like it's one of those things. If you just notice, it's been a long time they've never done it because.
I'm just thinking now. Even Eddie Murphy, and at the height of Eddie Murphy, didn't have a white love interest.
Yeah, it's that weird fucking. Now it could be just looked at as. It depends. There could be loads of different ways to look at it, but that's the article I was reading about it was like a race baiting type of.
Well, this guy did have a point. I mean, Training Day is brilliant, but if you think of Philadelphia or He Got Game, have you ever seen it?
I haven't actually seen that.
I think that's Denzel Washington's best film he's ever done. I think it's fucking amazing.
He's great in everything.
Spike Lee directed it, so I always thought it was.
Do you know what I watched?
Lee's best thing
recently was Inside Man.
Yes,
it's another
fucking.
That's Spike Lee as well. Yeah,
that was the second one they done together.
Yeah,
go and check out He Got Game. Fucking great show.
Because he's like, he's one of those sexy actors that doesn't look like he's ever worked out.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? He's not all fucking ripped and he's got a wee.
But he also looks hard as fuck.
Absolutely hard as fuck, yeah.
I do love him. He's a fucking... I would say on a success/enjoyment ratio, I would say he's probably my favourite actor. I can't think of anything really terrible he's been in.
Yeah.
Like awful. Like you can do it with De Niro, you can do it with Pacino, you can do it with real.
Definitely do it with De Niro and Pacino.
Yeah, but with him, I can't think of anything that was really so fucking. It's been a couple of shitty recent things, but again, his shitty isn't fucking.
I like The Equalizer was still fucking unbelievable.
Still fucking brilliant. But I'm on about like at Hope Springs or whatever it was. That sort of. There's a couple of ones he did recently.
Right. Do you know what I've never finished? Is American Gangster.
Great show.
Never finished
Great show.
I don't know why. I'm always like.
That's Puff Daddy's other boy, wasn't it?
Is that what it's about?
Roughly based on him.
Fucking hell.
He's one of the biggest CIA
cocaine importers. Puff Granddaddy.
Puff Granddaddy. Puff Paz.
Jesus.
You wonder why Diddy got into showbiz?
Don't start this now. Don't start in my Connor. We've already...
When you got the hook up, you know you got
the swing version of rap?
Yeah. No, it's the hook up way he always likes his... Anyway.
What's he like?
The soul music he brings in, like, remember what you say for... B.I.G. He brings in that all that funk.
What's he bringing? You just said doobies 4 times, or do you do smoke?
I'm like, I'm wondering actually. I was
we've been doing this for ages. That's fucking
4 years.
Well, it was 45, 50. 1 hour and 5. We've been talking for. We should have wrapped this up ages ago.
We could have got 2 episodes. We should put this out as part 1 and 2.
This will be one of these podcasts where me and you just had a chat.
As opposed to the other ones where we have really structured.
Usually we fucking really get into the depths of poop and dick and vomiting.
There was a right bit of poop there, Zena.
I can't remember. Anyway, thanks so much for listening. If you enjoy our podcast, fucking join Patreon. If you don't, fuck yourself.
Yep.
We're going to go on the Patreon now, answer some questions from the listeners.
Yeah, reviews on Apple, on Spotify, all that sort of stuff, please. Thank you to all the ones who have done that already.
I couldn't hold that in. I didn't need to do it like that.
Yeah. Don't know if anybody needs
Well,
to
cut
do
it just the fart. See you later.